recorded on the first time?
We're recording.
Good. We don't know what's going on with the mics, but the record button's working, and we got some regular guests back in here. We got the Taylors. You get the new mics now.
Yeah, this
Last
is
time
fancy.
we were passing stuff around. We had bartenders, though, which was nice. We don't have those today. You had to bring Taylors.
We're gonna have to do it again. It's fun when the studio's full.
Yeah, we gotta
We're all
do this.
hanging out.
That's the Friday night episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We dumbed this one down.
This is PG-13.
This is a work week.
The Waiakea water episode, actually. We got
There
two
you go.
Waiakea athletes
Yeah.
on the blue couch, fittingly. Waiakea blue, by the way. We did it just for
There you go.
just for the water
And the coffee.
and the coffee.
Got it
Yeah,
all
they just
covered.
came out with coffee. You guys had a chance to try it yet?
Yeah, we tried it last year. It's super good. Just
course.
waiting for my refill.
Are we allowed to tell them about another thing?
I don't know, probably not.
There's something good coming.
There's Something coming with
They're making
Waiakea.
a new product
Oh.
that we both are pretty stoked on, and I think a lot of people will be pretty stoked on too.
Stay
Good.
tuned.
That's a good carrot dangle.
There you go.
I got a lot of carrots.
Follow
in my pocket.
Waiakea for updates.
Well, Sander, you said it's a work week. The boys are back at work, back in the sand.
Yeah, holy crap! I could barely hold my head up. Took 2 months off and had a windy practice yesterday, and then a perfect practice today. The weather was great. Yeah, feeling sore, but
That high altitude training wasn't helping for you.
I had a lot of picking myself up out of the snow on the slopes.
You
That
got
was
out,
pretty much.
for Bug's birthday.
No, I
Or you
wasn't
got- you
able
went somewhere
to.
else? Okay.
Yeah, I was still in Utah, but
You snowboard?
yeah,
Okay.
it's been all winter. It's crazy,
Yeah.
crazy snow in Utah
Where do you
and
go up in Utah?
Brighton.
Okay.
Yeah, so got a bunch of buddies that have passes there, so yeah, it's pretty epic winter. Still is, I think.
Good
but
cross training. You like to do your cross training in
Yeah.
the water.
I'm jealous.
Snow cross training.
Yeah, it was the first time to actually have like a real winter where I had nothing, so
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's right.
How was
Yeah.
that?
it was
Kind
fun.
of got to do whatever
Yeah,
you wanted.
I'm
3
refreshed,
weeks.
I'm rejuvenated. I'm ready to get back to work. I was going a little stir crazy,
Uh-huh.
just being away from volleyball, but we're back and I'm excited.
Yeah, so what did the off season look like for indoor? I know it basically didn't exist, right?
No, we had a couple weeks. It was always, play for your club for 8 months, and then you'll get a week or two. The national team would give you maybe that, usually a week, and then you're right back to training with the national team in Anaheim. So
Oof.
it was just, constantly that every year, and this is my second off season I've had, and it's not too bad. Yeah.
That's got to wear on you. I mean, mentally, too, because you got to be on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the toughest part, I think.
Yeah.
I think everybody wants it to change, but it's just, I don't know, they haven't been able to do it. So
Yeah, I was about to ask if you miss it, but you seem pretty satisfied.
yeah, I miss it. Of course, it's
Yeah.
it's fun. It's different, but it's nice on the beach.
Yeah.
Like touch the ball more, be a little bit more creative, and you only got to worry about one other guy. It's not bad.
Yeah. Have you been keeping up? Do you still watch indoor? We were just talking about watching your brother in Greece.
Yeah, shout out to Brennan. Got a big win tonight. But yeah, I'll follow friends. I'll watch highlights, but I don't really like to watch too much volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's Brendan.
Exceptions are made.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was fun training with him on the beach because whenever they would need a sub in the USA group, Brendan would call me in. He's fun to practice with.
Yeah, he got a lot better. I think he wants to come back after Greece and do it this summer as well. So we'll see. He can find a partner.
Is that a full 8-month season that he's doing over there?
No, he went from like beginning of January until May.
Oh, yeah, because it
Or end
starts.
of April.
I don't even remember.
So they picked
How
him up
indoor works.
halfway.
Okay, so that was
yeah.
the half season.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
That's the best. Like 3 months.
Yeah, and he only plays the European Chev Cup, I think it's called. So the Greek league games he doesn't have to play because of the foreigner rule.
Oh.
And so he really doesn't have to
Jeez.
play that much.
He's
It's
cruising.
nice. Yeah, he's cruising.
And you say he played against Olympiacos tonight?
Yeah, I think they're rivals, so they hate
is he
each
in
other.
Athens?
Yeah, they all live kind of near Athens, I guess. And
What's his club's called?
Panathinaikos, I think.
Oh yeah, Panathinaikos.
They're
Okay.
like
Is that the
green.
green one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the huge rival with
Huge
Olympiacos.
one,
I went.
yeah.
That's the match I went to. Was those?
Yeah,
two-
they're all commenting
two
like
games.
on some of the stuff that me and Brennan collaborated on, and they're like saying some pretty gnarly stuff. Like,
What?
go F those people.
No
like,
way.
Yeah,
Damn.
they like light each other's
They
cars
were-
on fire.
They're
It's pretty
looking
crazy.
at Brennan's social and then talking crap about you two.
No, it was like their fans, like Brendan's fans, and they were like, "Yeah, go F, Olympiacos. Like we hate them." And
Oh, gotcha.
I'm like, "Oh, jeez."
That's wild.
Pretty passionate, I guess.
Yeah.
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 Did either of you guys keep up with Doha at all, or did you just kind of just wait until this season and then?
I didn't watch much.
Yeah, I looked at the results and then I watched like the first set and a half of the finals.
Okay.
Yeah, Swedish kids look good.
Man.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, you
It's
got to
crazy.
watch their pool play match against Anders and Christian.
Oh, they played him in pool.
Yeah, that was way better than the final.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was such a good match. Have you guys played Sweden yet?
No,
No, just practice.
not ready for them
against
yet.
them.
It's a blocking nightmare.
No kidding. Fun to watch.
Dude, they're like now like people are like improvising in like pokey setting like because
Yeah.
you have to improvise, but now they're like doing it in system, right?
Yeah, Taylor had one to me today. We've been kind of working on it.
You guys are out there working.
We're a little
on
bit
it
behind, but
specifically.
Taylor had a nice pokey, and I was able to bounce it today.
There you
No
go.
one caught it on camera. There was a camera crew there, but
Your
nobody.
poke set in Central Florida to Phil was
Oh,
was
that
pretty damn
That was
good.
pretty lucky.
it was a tight one.
Yeah.
Right?
he
Like,
just scooped it before the net, and it was money.
Just put it up there. Phil will hit it.
God, it feels like the court's so big when Phil's hitting.
Yeah.
It's wild.
God damn it.
Yeah, how was that? That was the partnership everyone's been asking for, I feel like, for the last 6 years.
Yeah,
Finally
I
got a little
mean,
taste.
It's exactly what I imagined it to feel like. Like just, pretty mellow because he's a relaxed guy.
Yeah.
But also like he was pretty serious that tournament. Like we were joking like to split block the whole time, but then
Yeah.
when I got to Central Florida, he's like, "No, I'll block. Let's win this and make some money." I was like, "Shit, all right."
That's
I was
good
like,
for me.
Bro, go split block, dude. Have some fun. You earned it.
But he said the same thing, because I thought that you guys, it was like December, one-off partnership, might just mess around. So I asked Phil if he was full-time blocking, because I went to his place
Yeah.
that night that I ran into you guys before dinner. I was like, "Yeah, you're running up for Taylor?" He goes, "No, I think I'm going to block, and I really want to win this. Like, it's still an AVP, and there's still money." I was like, I don't want to. I want to be on that side of the bracket.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is about that, like he says that, but we talked, and that was the first volleyball either of us have played in a month. So like he wasn't training, I wasn't training. I went that night. He had one of his clinics or camps, and I went there just to like say hi to the kids and stuff, and then I ended up helping some of the drills. And he had me do this one, like we were teaching him how to kind of lay out for a ball with one arm. And I'd be on my knees and he would just toss it right in front of me. And I'd lay out, I did like 4 balls. And I got up and I was out of breath. He's like, "Dude, are you out of breath?" I was like, "Yeah, it's going to be a long term."
That's incredible that you can take a month off and still be that good.
Yeah, because the last volleyball I played was the Huntington event we won, which was 4 weeks before that.
That's amazing.
And we didn't train before that either. I think we snuck into training the day before. Oh, like, dude, we need to train one day at least. It was brutal.
So you guys went Phoenix, won that, and then took off to Huntington, won that, and then took off, and then won Central Florida.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what we did after Phoenix.
Well, we went to South Africa.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I
right.
went-
Or
I
you
went
went,
to Doha.
yeah, Doha.
Yeah.
I had to take some time off. And then I didn't train for a couple weeks and then had to go to South Africa. So we're definitely not going to do that this year. We can't wing it like that this year.
Oh yeah. I came out. I helped you guys get some reps in my wetsuit. I think I came in from
You
surfing
like
and
popped out from the water.
Yeah, that was
Just
it.
did like a little serving pass, and then off to Cape Town we went.
Yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, in the AVPs you might be able to get away with that, but those FIVBs you can't.
yeah, especially just with the
slacking.
travel alone.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
South Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Jeez.
worst one.
That is
Yeah.
not close.
Oh,
God dang. I thought I was close once we got to Doha, and then I looked at it, I was like, we have another 10 and a half hours?
Yeah.
So
What do we do?
brutal.
Yeah.
yeah, that's gnarly.
Can't watch 3 more movies.
Yeah. Dude, I when I went to South Africa, it was the best trip ever because it was the last event of the season, so I just stayed there for 2 weeks
That's funny.
after. That was legit. Makes it worth it. But if
Yeah.
you're just dipping in and out, brutal. You didn't stay after, right? Or did you guys do
Stayed
anything?
one day. Got a round of golf in out
That's
there.
not enough. No safaris.
How was the course out there?
It was nice.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I'm glad we did it.
Yeah,
It was a great course. It was cheap. We had a caddy. It was really funny.
Oh, money.
Yeah.
Caddies are the way to go. I love having caddies.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything.
Yeah.
It was just some like local South African guy. Every shot after we teed off, he's like, I think 7-iron here. I think
It's like 140 out.
140
Like,
out. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So I was like, I'd grab my 7-iron sometimes. Rope a ball over the green. 7-iron, huh?
That's hilarious.
Dude, I had a caddy for the first time and did this USC event over here in Palos Verdes, and I was like significantly better at golf. Just having someone read the green for me and tell me where to.
Yeah.
Oh, one cup to the right. Aim here, aim there. Use this. I was like, God, I feel so good at golf. I
it's
just
a game
learned
of
these
like
things.
missing. Like where do you want to miss the ball? You know, like
Yeah, right.
and they give you that information rather than just trying to attack the pin.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
it's
I don't even pay attention. Like everyone busts out like, hey bro, you're 135 out. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm sweet. I don't know what that means, but I feel like this one will work.
Yeah. Someone translate that for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
7-iron.
how
That's a
the
7.
how the 2 practices been since you got back?
It's fun. I mean, Jose and Fialpa are running some great practices and drills. It's fun to get all that technical work when you're first getting back.
Yeah.
Just getting the touch back and then start ramping up into live stuff in a couple weeks before we start actually competing.
Yeah. What does the preseason look like for you guys? Because I remember laughing when Nick Lucena was talking about the Champions Cup, and because everyone was kind of notified about 4 weeks ahead of time, and then him and Phil obviously had a great Champions Cup. 4 weeks might be the number for
Right.
me, but I feel like everyone has kind of a different ramp up process. What are you guys looking at?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of, this is probably a later start than I've ever done. Usually I start probably the first week of January, but it's just how kind of our lives have been.
Yeah.
And that's like, that's a weird part, like, that doesn't get talked about as much or looked on. Like, people don't understand what goes on behind the scenes for everything.
Yeah.
And they just see us as volleyball players and that we should be doing volleyball 24/7. But
Yeah.
I think this was a much needed kind of longer break, really to regroup and, like he said, he's refresh, rejuvenize, and go to work this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing more that's more of a grind in volleyball than this Olympic quad process. So to go into it like burnt out is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
And nowadays there's not like a shortage of international events. You're not going to go to all of them anyway.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely want to.
That's why I thought it was super smart for everyone to skip Doha. Everyone who did, because that was the most asked question that I've got. Like, why aren't Try and Kane playing? Why aren't Trevor and Theo playing? Why aren't the Taylors playing? All this stuff. It's like because they want to be playing good in June.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you-
Yeah, like if we had to
You
be
don't
ready
peak
for
now.
the finals or something like that, then it's different. But
Yeah.
like I don't know. I feel like we have time, and right now is not the right time to be peaking. I think it's going to be a really long year.
Yeah.
Looking at the schedule, and so if you can just do a little steady climb, and be your best, later on, I think it's going to be better for everybody.
Yeah. And you're starting this season on a much higher footing than you started last year because you have a full year of beach under your belt now. Obviously, I mean, you grew up playing, but you hadn't played a beach tournament in how long? 10 years before you started last season?
Yeah, I think, I learned a lot, and there's a lot I need to get better at, and I think I'm more focused on that for this year. It's a hard game. It's hard being a blocker, and but I tried to do a little bit of learning this winter and watch a little film on some guys and myself, and so I know what I need to do to help the team. And I'm really hungry to, I think, take it to the next level, not only on the court, but the stuff kind of behind the scenes, training, watching video, preparing my body better. I think those are things that I always did in indoor. It was just like what we had to do because it's all kind of, you get your schedule, it's all lined out for you. Right. On the beach, it's kind of, it's up to you. Yeah. And so, I'm excited to, take what we learned last year and, do just a couple of things better and prepare a little bit better. And I think we'll be a lot better this year.
Yeah. What were some of your bigger takeaways last year, first full year on the beach?
Yeah, I think, the FIVB level is so high. Everybody's so good. And, they're we kind of take a little break and do the AVP, and they're focused only on that. Yeah. And so they're constantly, I think, seeing, I don't know, not better competition, but different styles of volleyball. I think every country plays a little bit different. And so, I don't know. You got to take it to another level, I think, if you want to compete against those guys. I mean, AVP is really competitive, but, you can, I don't know, you can kind of feed off, I don't know, just energy and things like that. Out there, I mean, I was watching Doha and I saw there's no fans there, and I'm like, these are the best players in the world and there's no fans. And so in the AVP, we at least get fans and we can kind of feed off that energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But FIVB, it's just be really good and not make errors, and you kind of just have to rely on yourself. Yeah. And it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Mexico. There's always fans in Mexico. You guys were in Tlaxcala last year. Your match against Bruno and Simone was wild.
Yeah. Not always, though. Rosarito wasn't.
Yeah, Rosarito
wasn't good.
Yeah, that's true. I think La Paz will be
if
awesome.
You go to, seems like if you go to a more local city, if you go to a more of a tourist town, if we were to play in Cabo, I don't think the fans would show up much. Right. But if you go to where there's actual local community, then they show up.
There's nothing else to do in the city except go to this event. Yeah,
that's how Chetumal was.
Oh yeah,
the one you guys won,
awesome.
Right?
Yeah, Chetumal was awesome.
Fans were nuts.
Yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, so I think Mexico, La Paz. Have you played the Norseca in La Paz?
Yeah,
that one. I think that's one of my favorite volleyball tournaments.
It's on a beach, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's beautiful. I think that'll be good. I don't know where they'll have it because that beach is kind of small.
Yeah.
I don't know where exactly they'll have it, but I think that'll be a good event. Actually, well, are you guys going?
We're gonna go to that
Miami,
over to the AVP.
Or not.
You're going to Miami?
Yeah, because we're also gonna do the King of the Court the week before too. Okay. So we're doing those two.
Yeah, we're gonna do King of the Court and then bail. Actually.
Okay. I wonder how many international teams will come and do King of the Court, because then going from Miami to Mexico, it's super easy.
Yeah, I mean, they all want to come to America. It's a no-brainer. Everybody's always like, what? Let's go.
Especially Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
And we never host international events, so it's got to be a pretty fun opportunity for...
And it'll be Miami Live or something, whatever it's
called.
Yeah,
it's like a little festival or something going on.
I don't think it's little. I think it's really big.
Yeah. I think well, the AVP is going to be little.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we'll see the setup, what that looks like.
Who knows? I mean, Florida has great fan base.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was picturing, when I heard, it sounded like it was a little sideshow during the festival kind of thing. There's a million things going on. So hopefully it's not just passerby fans, the actual volleyball people come in for it, which is the whole purpose, right?
Hopefully they do, bigger arena.
Yeah.
we'll see.
But I know it's been, gosh, when we had you on, after you qualified for Tokyo, you mentioned how a lot of times we make too big of a deal out of the Olympic race, and that one of your biggest priorities is building up the AVP.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have a year where there's conflicts in Miami, Manhattan is with Hamburg,
Yeah.
Stade, and Hermosa. I'm curious kind of how you guys are looking at the schedule planning wise. Kind of the AVP is obviously super important to you.
Yeah, I mean, AVP is for our livelihood. Like, we make more money on the AVP than internationally.
Yeah.
Our sponsors care more about the AVP because that's where their market is. So it's tough. You want to go make a living, but you also want to chase your dreams and go to the Olympics, and you got to kind of weigh everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to do that to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're going to start off with AVP Miami, because we really haven't been training much, and we don't want to just throw ourselves in the international scene and get spanked down real quick. So, and like you said, we want to like be ramping up. One thing that stuck with me in the race to Tokyo was actually when they had that Tokyo event.
Yeah, the test event.
Yeah, 2 years before. There was a span where Jake and I think, took like 3 last place in a row, and we actually fell into the qualifier. And I remember sitting in the hotel eating my dinner in Japan after we took last, and Nick Lucena walks by me, and he's just like, "Don't worry about it, it's a long race." And like, that just calmed me down. I don't even think he knows this or remembers it, but
Right.
it just calmed me down. I was like, he's right. Like, there's another year and a half left. There's a bunch more tournaments. Like, you don't need to, get crazy about a couple bad finishes.
Yeah.
No, it's so long.
Yeah.
Nick is such a treasure.
Yeah.
I freaking love Nick Lucena. And I love that he would say that to you as
Yeah.
one of his chief competitors for
Right.
an Olympic spot. I think that speaks volumes to the kind of
Right.
guy Nick is.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And 16 months is a long time, too. I think people forget that. Because everyone was like, oh my God, it's the first event and they're not going. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a year and a half. It's a long time.
Dude, it's super long, especially now.
And
Because back in the day, it was mostly like the grand, before for the Rio quad, it was like the Grand Slams are what counted. You weren't going to carry many of your open finishes.
Yeah.
Now it's like challengers are so heavily weighted. There's like, 20 events probably? And they said they're going to add challengers.
Yeah, I think
How many are there right now?
I think it's they're shooting for a minimum of 9 challenge, 9 elite.
Yeah, so we're already 18 and they're trying to add challengers
Yeah.
in one season.
Yeah, because I think they're trying to add them before World Champs, so everyone has an opportunity to get their 6 finishes
Does that count the World Championships?
for Olympic points.
No, I'm saying you said 9 challengers, 9 elites, and a
I
World
think,
Championship.
Yeah, I think World Champs is separate.
And that's the most heavily weighted
Yeah,
one.
World Champs is the one you really
You
want.
might want to be there.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest race I think right now. I mean, forget Paris.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get into Mexico. World Champs is in October too,
Yeah.
so you definitely don't want to peak in February.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Doha.
We're feeling good. Feeling good
You're
going
just
into
getting
April.
dragged into Mexico in
Exactly.
October.
You almost don't want to feel too good in March.
Seriously.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun.
How cool would it be for you, though, to do a couple Olympics indoor and then throw one in on the beach? There's not a lot of people who've done that.
Who has done that?
Biden?
Karch.
Oh, no.
No, Hayden didn't go beach.
Oh, yeah. Karch.
Karch and Sander. That's pretty good company.
There's
Someone indoor,
else.
maybe?
Lambo?
No.
He didn't.
Lambo
I thought
He
didn't
didn't do
go.
beach.
Stein, Lambo,
Oh, really?
no, none of them.
Is Karch the only one?
Shit, he might be.
Yeah.
Maybe I wonder internationally if there's any
For the
more.
U.S., he is.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't Carey play indoor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
for
Carey.
women, Carey.
Yeah.
Of course, Karch and Carey. It's always Karch and
That's
Carey.
pretty good company.
Yeah.
I don't know about internationally. I wouldn't think
There's
And-
reindeer.
unless
right?
there's a Brazilian, maybe.
Numador?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know. Maybe he didn't go to the. I know he was on their indoor team. I don't know if they went to their Olympics.
A reindeer. There's a guy named Reindeer, by the way. They're like, Dasher or Prancer?
Reindeer and Rudolph almost made the Olympics.
Do you guys have any like competitions that you're going to use before King of the Court, or is that kind of like your tune-up?
Yeah, I mean, King of the Court is just basically get some live reps against international teams.
Yeah.
That's the way we look at it, and it's a fun event. I played in a bunch of them when they first came, and it's a blast. I mean, it's like a party, big event, a lot of people. They usually have a pretty good stadium and a pretty good crowd. So
Yeah. I've only heard the best things about King of the Courts. I haven't played or been to one, but it's like unanimous reviews. Everyone loves it.
I think the
It's
players
fun.
love it.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels like an exhibition.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you want to win because there's pretty decent money online for an exhibition. But it's like fast paced. You're like constantly looking at the clock and the scoreboard, and you can see the fans doing the same thing where they're always just like looking back and forth. It's exciting. Definitely. Yeah. I'd recommend our fans watch it. I don't know how you watch it. YouTube probably.
Yeah.
I think
or their website.
YouTube, but they might be putting it behind a paywall now for their website. I
It's
think that's
worth the money.
Yeah. Rich was funny because we commentated together during Doha, and commentating with Rich is so hard because I'm laughing so hard the whole time. He's just like cracking jokes, and I'm like trying to talk, and I can't get through it.
He's an amazing commentator.
He's so freaking funny.
He's got a big vocabulary.
Yes,
he loves using it.
If you misspeak around him, he'll let you know.
Oh yeah, or misspell. First guy to like comment if I like spell something wrong, which like I don't, as our fans probably already know. I miss a word here or there, or a few letters here and there. Your, you know, that one. I'm just like, you know what I mean. Rich will comment every time.
Yeah, he's hilarious and live TV is something else because you just have to go.
Yeah.
And if you can't think of the right word, there's no time to really think of it. You just got to say whatever. And me and Rich, and often we're awake at crazy hours, commentating at 4 or whatever.
Yeah, that's wild.
And so when I was with Rich, I said, you know, they got to make lemons out of lemonade. He's like, how do you do that? I was like, let's reverse engineer that.
Yeah, wait, what?
And then we use that every match from there on. They're just making lemons.
That's funny.
But he was talking about commentating, the difference between commentating King of the Court and a live match. He goes, King of the Court's tough because there's only so many times you can say, I don't know if 6 points is going to be enough to move on. He does a good job, though.
Yeah, it's too bad that we can't play more King of the Courts because they put a lot on, but it's so hard, like you were talking about earlier, for us to jump between AVP, FIVB, King of the Court.
Yeah.
The McKibben tour that hasn't come back yet. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, we're ready.
Our four-man team's just ready to go. And it depends on the year, right? Like, so now we're all kind of shifting our focus back to FIVB.
Yeah.
But it's perfect. They place the event well, and we're all kind of looking at it the same way. A little tune-up against FIVB teams with that ball, by the way. You guys had 2 practices with your 4 balls, right?
Oh, man.
Jose makes sure that the balls go to the people who brought them, and so we usually get the
Brings
new
them on your
balls.
court.
Yeah, we only have 4 of the new ones. I like it.
Yeah.
I
like
think
it.
It's
I
a
like
lot
it
better
more.
than the other ball.
I think this guy's serve's going to be way nastier with it.
Yeah, it's more
You
consistent.
can
at
get on
least.
top of it.
Yeah.
Good. We needed your serve to be better.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
I'm
block,
down
so
to
I
go
gotta
back.
serve. That's how.
I'm down to go back to the old ball for that sake.
What's the difference? I've only used it once.
It's a little more true. Like, it'll stay a little more true to what you hit, and,
Right.
and it'll drop. It's not going to, like, float off on you. And it's just, I think it just doesn't float on you quite as much. And so, like, you can wrap it a little more like a Wilson and, like, get it to actually curve and hit someone short a little better. So, like, for him, he's hitting the crap out of it, and it'll stay in bounds. Whereas, like, your window, if you just hit it a little off with the other one, it's going to sail.
Yeah,
It's like playing in
more
Utah
forgiving.
at altitude.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I know. I played a couple times at BYU. Went in and trained the guys a little bit. And, man, it's still so hard to serve there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
BYU being in altitude.
Yeah, it's a good foot,
Yeah,
foot
I had
and
a
a half
bad miss
difference.
there.
Oh, man.
We were up 8-6 in the 5th set in the national championship, and first I serve it, pretty good serve. They pass like 10 foot. We'll take it. And then the ref blows it back, and he's like, I didn't blow the whistle because it was so loud, and the people are like right behind me.
Yeah.
And then I go back and miss a foot long the next one, and then we get aced, and then we lose the national championship. Anyway,
fault.
that's what came to mind when you said altitude. Like that altitude carried my serve about 6 inches out and started the downhill.
That's
ride.
that's how Denver was.
And
Which I think-
Tlaxcala or whatever that
Yeah,
place is.
Tlaxcala,
That was
right?
worse
Holy
than...
cow.
Oh, really?
Dude, that place was
You
tough.
couldn't even jump
Yeah.
serve. You couldn't even hit a down ball and it
I
would
don't
go
think
in.
anyone was
Oh,
jump serving there.
jeez.
No, I only
Oh, it's
hit
like that.
short
Yeah.
jump serves.
Like people,
That's it.
I remember people came up to me after or messaged me after, like, dude, you're just serving freaking lollipops to Bruno and Simon. I'm like, dude, I couldn't do anything. It's either a short serve or like a float that just floats to the back line. Like you couldn't wrap it, you couldn't do anything.
That's
Yeah.
so trippy.
Yeah.
The stats from that, I'd love to go back and see. That had to have been one of the highest side out percentage tournaments
Yeah.
because no one could serve tough. Everyone was
Right.
in system
Alright.
the whole time.
I wonder if you jump higher. Probably.
We
Like,
get tired
a little
faster.
bit.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
ran up-
practice with the
We were playing Australia, and thank goodness they missed. They were jump serving the whole. We played them
And
in a
then
practice
running
match.
all the way to the other side.
No,
of it,
they're
running all
they're
the-
jump serving. They didn't make one jump serve, and so we were like, "Oh, thank goodness I could catch my breath." And they kept doing it, and I was like, "All right, well, I'm just catching my breath over here." Holy cow!
But they're like, they have the most inefficient offense ever. Because they'll like pass over here, run over here, mate.
Yeah.
Launch it all the way across the court. Just all pin sets, no matter where they are.
Yeah. What
wild.
makes it efficient though is how freaking terminal they are. Like McHugh will set Paul 8-9 feet off the net, and he
Yeah.
might as well be 2 feet. He still just beats
Yeah.
the shit out of it.
Yeah, when they're on there-
commentating him
when
like
they're
he's a
on
little
there.
out of system. Never mind.
Right.
Nope, it's right where he needs it.
Did they play the king of the court?
I don't know if they did King of the Court.
Oh.
I didn't watch that one, but
Yeah.
yeah, they played the Elite. It's always funny watching them because at any moment they could melt down, and at any moment they could just
Yeah, they can go
get
off.
so hot.
Yeah.
But Adrian and Alex, they look good. Talking about a guy who likes the new ball, Alex Rangieri was a monster,
Blocking.
and
I didn't watch.
Sir.
he led the tournament in aces, blocks, kills, and scoring.
Wow.
There you go.
He's back.
He's back.
Damn.
They're back in the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
See
hoping
how
that's
long
a
it
thing.
Yeah.
It's easy when everything's going good.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, especially with that team.
Yeah.
Like they've definitely butted heads back in the day.
Yeah.
That was like your best bet at beating them. Just letting them yell at each other.
Yeah.
But Rangieri was out of the loop for like basically that whole
while.
quad.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
3 or
like
4
he's
years.
probably not coming back.
Yeah. I didn't think he was playing again.
And the way that he played there was like that's the old Alex.
Yeah. He was crazy. I mean, he blocked Bartosz Wozniak 8 times in the first set when they played him.
Jeez.
And Wozniak's borderline unblockable when he's swinging
He's
high.
one of the best side out players.
Yeah.
He's Alex was, I mean, along with like the Phils and maybe Nikolai's, he was like by the most athletic blocker on tour back then.
Yeah.
He didn't get up bigger probably than Phil, but like he jumped higher, I think, and he's a little
yeah.
smaller. It's just, I guess he was more like Anders, basically, just less dynamic. But he's got hands and everything.
Yeah. But because Anders finished with 38 blocks in Doha and Alex had 50.
Holy Jesus.
That's a lot of
Off.
balls.
And Anders and Christian went to 3 a lot. I don't know what the blocks per set was, but Alex and Adrian, they had 5 sweeps and 1 loss in 3. And then Anders and Christian went to 3 almost every time. And they kept winning in 3. But
Adrian, just like, you're a fool if you're going to doubt him. Like, just stop doubting the guy.
He's a
already.
wizard, dude.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
He finds a way.
I don't know how he does what he does with the ball.
Yeah, pound for pound, the best volleyball player in the world.
Yeah.
I think.
He's up there. Yeah. How's the hand contact with the new ball? Because the old one, if you missed it like a shot, it could kind of be floaty. But is this one easier to get solid hand
A
contact
little
on?
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the old Mikasa and the Wilson. It just like it's probably like in the
Right in
middle.
between, yeah.
Yeah, of them.
And this one, it's got like the indoor dimples on it, right?
It's pretty similar to the indoor ball. Just like, I don't know. Feels like a little bit bigger or like softer. I don't know what it is. But it's, yeah, when you hit it, it kind of feels like an indoor ball.
Okay.
I think
like it.
that was the whole intention, right? They're trying to like they
Mimic
seem
it.
like they're trying to bring the whole beach game closer to indoor all the time. Like they're trying to get rid of the hands.
Yeah, I
Where you can
remember
just, like,
a couple of
flick it
years
now.
ago they were bringing the block touch doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying it, right?
Yeah, they had a
Yeah,
couple
that's-
trial events.
That would be nice.
All the beach guys are like, fuck that. Indoor guys are like, yeah, that's great.
I remember watching, because it was the Hague, was the tryout event,
Yeah,
right? I think, was that the one that April and Alex won? That they had the extra touch? Or was it a year before that?
I don't remember.
Imagine the Swedes with an extra touch. So they're going to
Oh
be like,
my
oh
god.
my
jump
gosh.
set, jump set back, jump set back.
Crazy.
You just bounce back and forth. Trying to block that, you're just like,
I don't understand
diving
how
back
they
and
do
forth.
that. Like, I don't think they could do that in Hermosa Beach sand. Like, you can't run like that.
Doha's not shallow, though. And,
They're
well, you
just,
mentioned,
like,
you said
have
Dubai
web feet or
was like
what?
the deepest.
I think
Dubai,
yeah,
it wasn't
really.
deep. Just the way the sand moved,
Okay.
it just like dispersed underneath
You
you.
just kind of sunk.
And dude, it was so hard.
Weird.
It was so hard.
Because they ran their offense no problem in that sand.
Yeah.
And everyone I've talked to said that's some of the hardest sand to move around in. I was
It
like, well,
was.
if they can do it in that.
Yeah. I think I was thinking about it the other day, and it's like we've all been passing to our locations, and it doesn't need to be that accurate because, you know, if it's in a general location, we're going to get the set we want. Whereas they've been setting on serve receive their whole lives.
Yeah.
Like that's just how they started playing, was this way. So now that they're older, like their serve receive is so accurate, and they just like know where they can want to go right off the pass. That's why it's just like tripping everyone out. Like, how are they so good with serve receive? Like, serve them deep, they're still running an option jump set. They've just been setting while everyone else has been passing all these years.
Yeah. It was really funny. I got an email from this guy. He just went on a rant about how the court needs to be made big court again because it's now too easy to side out. He's like, look at what Sweden's doing. It's like, name me one other team that is
Wouldn't
doing
it-
what Sweden's doing.
Wouldn't it be easier if the court was bigger?
Yeah.
We're saying that serve receive would be harder.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm with you guys.
Good luck blocking on the
Big court
against
you
them
can
on
land a
bigger
helicopter.
court.
on
Yeah.
big court and side out. Like,
You're just fucking
You're going to need
diving
to
everywhere.
add an extra player out there if we're going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Double block.
yeah. So I think it's hard enough as it is. I think Sweden's just that good at serve receive.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, did they play Losiak? Brill?
Yeah, they beat him
They beat
in
him?
the semis.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like, because Losiak's one of the best servers.
Yeah.
Wondering if how was he able to kind of.
He wasn't able to get.
Stop.
He's a great server, but he's a streaky one.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
when
true.
he's hot, they beat the Grimald's 21-8, and man, I mean, there's just nothing the Grimald's could have done. Just
He was just
Wojciech was just like
bombing serves.
tagging left line, tagging seam, and it was just one of those days. It was like, all right, well, he's just better.
He's just better.
That's it. So
Grimalds have also been like the peakiest team on
Yeah.
earth.
they go up and down. When they're bad, they're bad. When they're good, they're really good.
Yeah, I mean they won. What? They won 2 World Tour events in the last.
They won
Last quad?
Stad.
They won Doha at one
Went
point.
Doha,
Doha
like
4-star.
2019
Yeah,
or
Doha and
Yeah.
Sydney back to back. And I was like, all right, well, Marco Grimald's the best player in the world.
Right.
And then they just dragged into Tokyo. Now they're
Yeah.
back to pretty good again.
Right. Crazy.
What did you guys like about your first year as a team? And Bug, when we had you on with Trevor after Manhattan, you said that at that point in August, you guys were exactly where you thought you would be.
Yeah, I don't think people understand how good of a year this guy had. His first year ever coming to the beach. Like I don't know. The last like Chase is probably the last person that came from another sport to come on the beach, and he took kind of 3 years to really get to where he's at.
Yeah.
And I mean, this guy did it way faster than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, last year it could have been better. Like, we had multiple chances to win more titles with New Orleans and Chicago. But for us, it was always looking at the long picture, I mean, as athletes, obviously you want to win every match, you want to win every tournament, but there's a bigger picture. And overall, I thought it was a pretty good year where we steadily got better as the year went on.
Yeah. Were you at all surprised by how good Taylor got that fast? Because like you said, it's kind of unprecedented how good he
wasn't.
got. Yeah.
I knew what he could do. I grew up playing with him. I knew, he could do everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just needs to put in the time, and both of us as a team.
Yeah. So what's next? What are kind of the big priorities for the Taylors?
Yeah, we're still working on our blocking defense, and then we want to also incorporate some on-two stuff, which we've been working on at Jose's training camps. I mean, that's what our sport's going to.
Yeah.
It's like, it helps a ton if you can just get that blocker to bite a little bit or just pause.
Yeah.
The guys are too big now. Defenders are too good now. It's like, it's a different game.
Yeah, with the option, even if you only option twice in a set, just enough to freeze them,
Right.
I think is so important. Because running straight into Anders or Rangieri or Brill, like, good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many. I mean, I think more than ever, this year you're going to see almost every team at least attempting to run options into maybe jump sets, or at least faking it and running a push set. Like, everyone's going to try it. It's going to be really, really interesting to see who naturally can do it, and other people who are like trying it, but it's just not part of their game and they're kind of forcing it, or it's going to take them a year or so to actually get it down. I think we're going to see that early on. It's going to be interesting to see.
It's funny watching even Nikolai jump set a couple
Has
times,
he been?
and you can tell he's uncomfortable.
The timing's a little.
He does not look like David Amon doing it, but he got Sam like 3 open nets.
Really?
And that dude has a big arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys played Nikolai and Sam yet?
Yeah.
Either of you?
I played him
But
twice.
you played him in Rosarito, right?
Rosarito and World.
We haven't played any too many of the top teams.
Yeah.
We played Sharif Ahmed
Yeah.
in Rome.
We played Andre George.
Andre George.
First tournament.
Allison Guto
Yeah.
and Itapema.
Yeah, this
How
year,
did you not
try and get in there
top-
and mix it up with the
Oh,
big
just
boys.
because you guys were working your way up from the qualifiers for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those weren't easy this year. That's for sure.
No, they're never
Or this
easy.
last year.
God, looking at the
Damn,
elite
we're in there too.
qualifiers.
Nobody's in the main draw right now.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
So brutal.
Yeah.
Looking at the elite qualifier in Doha, even though Doha was kind of light, it didn't even fill up. But the fact that like Waller and Seidel didn't make it out, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And
We played
Herrera,
them.
Gavira played Simone and Vinicius in the last round, and they got lucky losered in.
Well, you just look at, too, like you said, Anders and Christian went 3 every match, or almost every match. Like, that's how good the world is. Like, there's no easy games out there, not even for the best team in the world. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, I think we've all talked about it already. The new system is just absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's brutal, but I think at least for fans, last year was not a good indication of like where the rankings ended up. Like, people didn't even understand. If we all understood the system and what was going to happen, a lot of us would have played the back end of the season.
Yeah.
And while all these other teams jumped up, and I don't know, it just, the rankings aren't a good indication of like how good teams are. But I think we've all learned it now. We understand it, and we're all going to be prioritizing the World Tour. So now the rankings will finally
Well, and
show
the
you
fact that they
the real.
changed it to 3 out of 4. like to get into tournaments,
Right.
entry. It's like you have 2 bad tournaments,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
back in the quali. Like it's freaking cutthroat.
Yeah, even if you're number 1 in the world.
yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal.
What do you think? What is the best point system? Do you think 4 out of 6?
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
it just
I didn't see a problem with it before, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I think you want the top teams staying in the top, right? Like that's what the sport should. Like if you're behind, you should work your way up into it. I didn't think there was like
I
not
thought it
enough
was-
turnover before.
yeah. I thought it was great. Now, if you have 4 good finishes, your next finish, you're automatically dropping that.
Right.
So if you don't take a top 5, you're getting worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I look at Alex and Adrian coming out of the qualifier and taking a third.
Yeah,
It's like, as far as who really won that tournament, they did. Again, as a Christian, sure they won, but Alex and Adrian had the most to gain
Right.
from that.
Then, and if you look at how much spots they jumped up in the world ranking, it's probably like 45 spots or maybe, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. No, I guess what were they ranked? They were
I don't know what the world ranking
maybe
was.
18th or no, because Alex didn't have point.
But entry ranking, they probably flew up.
Their world
They had enough
ranking-
points, though, because they medaled back-to-back in Australia.
Oh, that's right.
at the
They
end
did
of the
have
year.
points. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have guessed they were like in the 20s maybe, but they were probably higher.
Yeah, so they...
Anyway, now they're like a top 5 team in the world probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that was a good start for them.
Yeah. But that's my point. Like now we're all learning the system, and however the cards fall now is like there's no excuses as to why you're ranked 40th or whatever, unless you're starting there.
Yeah.
We'll see. At the end of the year, it'll be interesting to see where we all lie.
Yeah. It's I think one of the more interesting things that a lot of listeners bring up is how the Olympics are ironically one of the worst things to happen to beach volleyball, but I think they mean it's one of the worst things to happen for the AVP because it forces a lot of our best talents like you guys to pick and choose. But in terms of beach volleyball, and the fact that if it wasn't an Olympic sport, we wouldn't have an Anders and Christian playing, we wouldn't have an Alex and Adrian, like we wouldn't have all Sweden doing all this crazy shit. It's the best thing to happen for the sport as a whole because now it's spread to all over the world, and it's so freaking good.
Not the best thing for the AVP.
Right.
Right.
Has the beach ever done like something different? I know indoor we have the Norseca where you kind of qualify from your region. I know Europe's always the toughest because there's so many good countries. Have we ever done anything like that where it's like you qualify out of your region?
we haven't.
We
needed
still
it.
have it, but we don't use it
Well, we just haven't needed it
because we've had
Right.
the country quota. We've qualified 3 teams the last 2 Olympics. 3, right?
2.
So it's still
Yeah, max
there.
of 2.
No, but we've qualified
yeah.
3, maxed out the country quota is my point,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
only get 2. So
If we only
other
had
countries-
one team in the top 16, then we'd use the.
Oh, I
Norseca
gotcha.
route.
Norseca used to be a lot bigger. Before they
Yeah.
changed the points around, like it made sense to go to a few Norsecas
Yeah.
here and there, and like that's how I got on the world tour.
I gotcha.
Yeah, same with Trevor and I.
Yeah, you guys were like Norseca kings.
Yeah, dude.
You might have the most
Tore
wins.
it up, dude. Wish I. I wonder if I have those medals.
They were
still.
fun. Are they plastic? Like the AYSO trophies?
I think last time I was in La Paz, we got a big sombrero for our victory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, La Paz is great. It's funny. I didn't. I've won 4 Norseca medals, but I've only actually been given 1 medal.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna ship it to you.
I got a bottle of rum
Oh,
with
there you
Kyle
go.
in Bonaire. Another one. I kept getting alcohol actually. I got 2 bottles of alcohol, 1 silver medal from Cuba, and then I don't know what I got for the other one, but
Ah, no one cares about medals.
Cigar would have been nice.
yeah, cigar would have been sweet from Cuba.
Yeah, Norsecos were fun. Shit shows, but fun.
Yeah, good experiences to have.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Who won the Norseca bid to go to the Olympics last? Usually it's like Canada.
Mexico,
Oh, Mexico. won.
Rubio and Gaschiola.
But Canada
broke.
usually has never qualified 2 teams since I've been around, so
Well, they
they
do their
usually go to
trial.
that as well. And then they have their own trial
Yeah.
to get that Norseca bid, right, or something
No,
like that.
they have a trial to go to the Olympics.
But with what bid? Because the team that makes it gets their own bid, right? If they make one.
Well, Continental Cup's funky
Yeah.
because you send 2 teams down,
Yeah.
and those 2 teams are playing for one spot. And so every country does it differently. So Canada, you send your 2 teams. They sent Pedlo and Shakhtar and Saxon and O'Gorman.
Right.
They ended up losing to Mexico in the last match, but had
Yeah.
they won, they would have played the Canadian teams would have played each other for that spot the next day.
Okay.
I remember we were watching that game during an AVP. We were all in the player tent watching when it was
Binstock?
no
Back in the day?
it was Grant
Yeah.
and Pedlo
Ben?
Ben and Grant and
Saxton.
Pedlo and
Yeah.
And they're up like 13-11 in the third
Oh, yeah.
to go to the Olympics. Or 14-11 maybe. And they lost.
Damn.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's right.
One match to go to the Olympics.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's how the Dutch girls decided it last year. The Netherlands won their Continental Cup, and then it was Stam and Schoen played Kaiser and Meppelink the next day. But Switzerland did it different. So they won the Continental Cup, winning a golden match. And it's funky because when you play that golden match, so if me and you are a team and the Taylors are a team, we lose ours, they win theirs. You then pick 2 players to play a golden match, but you can mix them up.
Yeah.
And so Switzerland put Kradiger, who was playing awesome, with Mirko Gerson. They subbed out Heidrich. And so Kradiger wins the Olympic bid for Mirko and Adrian.
Yeah.
And because Switzerland just said, our bid's going to our highest ranked team.
Oh.
And so Mirko and Adrian were ranked higher than Marco and Florian Brier. And so Mirko and Adrian went.
And Kradinger was already in?
No.
No, he didn't go.
He
But
helped them
won the
get the
game. He won the
spot.
game for them.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked Sean how USA decides it because we've, like you said, we've never needed it.
Yeah.
It goes to the highest ranked team.
They
So
get to
we wouldn't have
go
a trial.
to the Norsega playoff.
No, so like the 2 highest ranked teams who
Yeah.
haven't qualified, they would go to the Norsega,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you guys play off for that one spot. But whoever the highest ranked team is, if we win that spot, they would
There
go.
we go.
It wouldn't be a trial.
Right. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's a weird dynamic.
Even the
Oh,
world
man.
champs bid. You
That
can
would
win
be-
world champs and get an automatic berth to the
Yeah.
Olympics, and you don't get it. You don't get your spot for the U.S.
Oh,
That's our team rule.
US,
If you guys win world champs this year, you just earned the U.S. a spot.
no way.
And USA Volleyball is going to give it to still the top 2 ranked teams.
They wouldn't honor that.
No. That's been...
Oh, you're gonna catch some hands. if that happens. It's about to be
That's been the case.
fire in
whole
Torrance.
time. I know.
Burn that shit down.
Yeah.
The good news is that if you win world champs, you're putting yourself in a pretty good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of points.
If you're winning world champs, you're going to be in good shape. I think you probably won another couple things too.
Yeah, exactly.
But that would be brutal.
Yep.
There would be a riot.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, good to tell you that now. Because imagine if you win and won it. Just, I locked it up. And Sean
don't
has
ever
to walk up
don't
to
ever
you.
play another FIVB
Yeah, you don't
again.
even play.
Book your tickets.
He
to
probably
Paris.
wouldn't even talk to you.
He's like,
He'd
per
probably
the
keep his
handbook,
distance.
It's been in the handbook for all these months.
It's such a complicated thing. All these different ways to get into the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's weird how every country has their own, I guess, not system, but whatever they decide how they want to do it.
Yeah.
Brazil just picks, right?
Kind of. I think they end their Olympic process in November. And then
Yeah.
their top 2 teams, they're like, you're done. Just make sure you're in the top 17 and you're good.
Yeah. That's kind of nice. Like, I remember those teams were just like cruising, like playing to prepare for the Olympics while everyone's just like grinding and sweating it out. Like, what, a month and a half before we were,
Yeah.
right? It was June 15th, I think.
That
A month-ish.
Ostrava event was the last one.
It's crazy it came down
Yeah.
to that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Carrie and Misty used to do that. Their strategy was just to front load and just to put themselves
So
in a
they can
position where
cruise.
they're pretty much guaranteed, and then they just kind of
Well,
cruise from there.
Yeah, it was
But-
kind of easy for them. We'll just win the first 5 and then cruise. Yeah, that's our plan too.
Yeah. So that's the preseason plan. For you.
Yeah.
Just win the first 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, no pressure.
Bug's been playing some money games though. I took Nye down to the beach on Saturday. It's just could hear Hav from 3 blocks away dropping F-bombs. Mid rally. Oh my god, it's unbelievable.
That wasn't good for my ego, just getting absolutely lipped by 70-year-olds.
Dude,
Freaking
I
Hav and
was
MD.
surprised.
They're still so good.
Dude,
Yeah.
and Hav's he won't move and
Yeah.
and it's only one arms.
Yeah.
Bang, and he's talking like as the ball's leaving. Bring it here. That's weak shit, you little bitch. Like literally everything. Just while the rally's going on, he's just standing straight up in the back. Everyone else is playing. He's just standing there.
I'm bombing at Hav, and then I'm like, shit, all right, I'll tip it. And then fucking MD's running down my tips. I'm like, God, what the hell?
The chemistry there is just on point.
The 21st Street Force. It's a scene.
Yeah.
It is. Well, you had your work cut out for you with Troy and Baranek. It was you versus those two. Landon was trying,
it was
but
Hav and Dodd and Troy and Eric Baranek versus me, Landon Tussi, Mango, this guy Mark Donaldson, and Chris Brown.
Okay.
it was definitely going to be
that's a
hard
tough
for
matchup.
Taylor to.
It was
I
close.
mean, whoever
though.
has the 2 pros, the 2 current pros, has a massive advantage.
and the 2 former most
Yeah,
winningest
right.
team of all.
Yeah, exactly. Right down the road from where they have their name on the pier,
Yeah.
8 times.
That's good to see Baranek's back on the sand.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
He's
him
all
live
healthy.
in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him hitting jump serves down by my brother's place. I was like, hey, he's back.
He's
It's just
scrappy
him.
too.
Coming back.
Like that was
Yeah.
some good volleyball.
Oh yeah.
Fours is so fun. I've been playing
Yeah.
fours at Nob Hill every Friday. I kind of like it better than twos.
It's exciting.
Yeah, 21st is tough because if you're a good player, you have to be the hitter, and it's
Yeah.
pretty tiring.
Yeah, that's why I come out. I'm just like,
There's some
no
rallies.
interest.
Yeah.
It's definitely a
We
workout.
need the McKibben tour to start back
Dude,
up
I'm
again.
in.
Yeah.
We had.
Do we need to find a new setter or a new middle blogger though? How's our dynamic?
Oh no, we're good.
How's our dynamic?
We're good. Bring the team back together. I thought you were just saying because Trevor's setting's a little suspect. I mean, dude, I basically had to stop running the middle because he's like, "Oh, you can't hit it." I was like, I don't know. I played
It's
middle
hard-
blocker.
it's hard to
I
set-
think I can hit it.
Set one balls with a
With a
beach
little
set.
dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, I'd say we have a sub. That'd be fun, yeah. Get
Ooh.
Riley in there.
There you
Gotta
go.
get him
He
back.
said he's
Trevor just wants to talk anyway.
yeah.
Like that would be ideal.
He's Riley. I just spoke with Riley a couple days ago or last week. He said he's in the best shape he's ever been.
What,
Yeah.
bro? I think
Full-time dad mode.
Full-time
Treat-
dad,
Oh.
Chase dad.
yeah, that'll get you.
Can't drink beer. He's probably sitting at home playing with toys, running around.
I don't know. That Italy could be dangerous, right? The pasta and just cruising. But I guess he's been hitting the gym.
Yeah.
There you go. I guess you got to get out of the house at some point.
I know they want to. We had Madison on the podcast.
Hour 58. By the
Wait,
way,
that was an
so-
hour
Yeah,
58?
and we didn't even record the whole thing.
It was kind of like, I guess, like subconsciously, we just kind of set up sit down and drink wine session, and
Yeah.
we hit record just so all of our families were cool with us. Like, guys, we're working
Just
here.
happy.
Like,
Yeah.
Madison's over, he's on the pod, and like a few minutes in, he's like, "Yeah, are we gonna actually use this?" Or I was like, "I mean, we don't have to." And then he started saying a bunch of stuff. He's like, "Yeah, now I'm gonna say this, but you guys can't publish this episode." I'm like, "Oh, all right, whatever." and then by the end of it, he's like, "I will literally sue you guys if you publish this episode." I'm like, "Okay, well, screw it. Let's just kick back and drink some wine." He even vetoed a whole bottle of wine. But my
Yeah.
point is, he's getting excited about like maybe thinking about when he can sneak in a little
Yeah.
four-man for us and whatnot.
It's
I mean,
tough.
there's the Annock Beach games again.
Oh, they're back?
They're back,
When's that?
but Troy just asked Sean, and Sean said they won't be sending a team.
No.
What's
Like,
that?
how you not
What is
gonna-
The
The
defending
the
world
four-man
champs.
that we
Oh,
won in
that one.
Qatar.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, we're four-man world champs.
That's right. Oh, interesting.
That'd be fun.
Dude, it was.
Could you? I mean,
Better be
if
Austin
you guys put a
champs.
team together, though, it couldn't be that hard to get a sponsor to fund that.
Yeah,
trip.
that's what we're saying. Like, all right, USA won't pay for it, but we'll just get our own sponsors
Yeah,
and
just go
sponsor
over.
our own team.
YK,
Yeah, when
Yeah,
is
dude.
it?
Team Hawaii,
I forget when.
represent Hawaii overseas.
Later this year.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Get the whole island
I love that
watching.
you're on Team Hawaii.
Me too.
Me too.
Is it back in Doha though?
I forget where it is. Oh, Bali.
Oh, come on.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
You gotta be kidding me.
When is it?
I think that's what Troy said.
Jesus. That's game over.
Yeah.
I love Bali.
Everyone just bring their surfboards, bring a couple cameras for the sponsors.
If
There you
it's
go.
in like December or something.
Yeah.
I'm in
November.
1,000. Really?
Pretty sure.
It's after
I can
World
double check.
Champs. Everyone can cruise on some fours and surf in Bali.
Legit. Dude, even at one point they were talking about bringing snow volley to the Olympics, right?
But when I worked for
Dude.
Winter Olympics.
when I worked for Yahoo and covered the Pyeongchang Games in 2018, they had an exhibition
Oh, right. That's what it was.
because you usually need to have an Olympic exhibition before it becomes a sport. And it was Emmanuel Rego was playing,
Jiba.
Jiba was playing,
They were just
Yeah.
trying to pay these guys to come.
and watching it, it was awful.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it was really fun to play.
But the question is,
There's no way that's fun to play.
It was fun to play
It
because
doesn't
it's
look fun.
ridiculous.
like you're like trying to get your footing
You playing
the whole
spikes?
Yeah,
You playing
Like
like
soccer
cleats?
little soccer cleats. Yeah,
Dude,
It's just really cold.
the question
you
is
warm
though,
up. It was fun because
Yeah.
of how ridiculous it was.
Bali.
It's like
Ollie?
playing soccer
in
the rain.
November.
I think so.
I don't know if I can do that. We'll stick to indoor. and
Okay,
beach.
but let's say that they announce
and dirt.
Let's dirt. Let's say they announce the Winter Olympics is going to add snow volley. Do you allow some other guys to go to the freaking Olympics, Winter Olympics? Or
Well,
do
you're
we
not
just-
playing snow volleyball.
Frick, it'd be cool
If I could go to
watch.
the Olympics again,
Try,
there
you
might be
wearing
some
booties when
money
it's
involved.
70 degrees.
No, I'm definitely playing in gloves.
Be summer and
Yeah.
winter Olympics.
No, that's what I'm
That'd be
saying.
sick.
Do you give it a shot? Like, I literally would have to play in huge gloves that are heated.
They do play in gloves though, right?
I don't. Some guys don't. I think.
You
They
can
gotta
get
be
those
pretty
little
thin,
hand
though, 'cause-
warmers.
Yeah, I
The
would.
ball
I'd just
is
have
like,
heated vests, heated shoes, heated
Yeah.
hands,
You know those little splash balls that you'd play with in the pool?
splash balls. Yeah.
It was so the ball's like that material. So when you hit it, it's like
Oh, it's
you can't hit it.
It's
all
not a
that
real
hard.
volleyball.
No,
Yeah, I thought it was a
they
ball.
make water.
it's a water sponge ball.
It's basic. Yeah, I mean pretty much. The outer material is like sponge.
Atley has one of them.
Got plenty
Yeah,
of those
right.
things.
You're like, I was just playing pool volley with that.
Is it a smaller court?
It's two, so it's 3-on-3, but it's a small court. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
Oh, yeah, and
normal
it's
and
court.
it's
threes.
three sets to 15.
Weird.
It's so weird. And the guys are like, you know, like how you run on ice, where you're like a little careful. They're doing that the whole time.
I had a great time playing. We had an all expenses trip to Australia.
you
to
played in a
Austria
couple
and
of
Italy.
them.
Yeah,
You wear cleats though, right?
yeah.
That can't be comfy to jump around in.
No, I mean it was not. Nothing about it was comfortable. I mean we had a great, and we didn't take it serious. Like we were having a
You-
little happy hour before our quarterfinal. So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
jump?
It was like
Like beach or more like indoor?
kind of a tweener.
it's like a quarter jump,
Yeah,
probably,
because you can't
gotta
fully
like
jump because you don't know
Your
on
knees
your
will
step
break.
close.
Yeah.
You don't know if your feet are going to go out, and so you're a little
That
careful with
seems
it.
sketch.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other
Is it
thing.
like? I mean, I guess it would get a little sloshy, right?
Yeah. So when it's
Cleats.
warm, because when we played in Austria, it was like 60 degrees out. And so
Oh, that's not bad.
If you were playing like a 9 a.m. match and everything was frozen overnight, it was pretty solid. But if you're playing in the afternoon, it's pretty slushy.
Yeah.
So you're running around. Chase Frischman was diving.
I'd take those
It was
cleats off, just play barefoot.
Oh hell no! I'd be done.
You're
I'm gonna
talking
wear,
about
like,
how it's too cold. Now you're talking about playing snowball and
It's
barefoot.
60 degrees outside.
just getting the tan. I don't know. It'd be hard to let the U.S. send a team to the Olympics, especially because it wouldn't be during the beach quad.
Yeah.
Without at least considering taking that spot, depending on how much training you have to do.
It'd be funny to see who comes out of the woodworks for that.
Who wants to try out?
Who the heck are you?
Right. Some guys from Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
Baumgren's just like feasting.
They've been
It's
waiting
like, this
for
is what I
for
do. Stafford Slick comes back.
I talked to Staff the other day. I sent him one of his old quotes because I've been going back and doing all the transcripts from the old ones. I sent one to him, and he was like, 24-year-old me was pretty cool. He's like, I like that.
What about now, Staff? What happened, buddy?
I think he had his fill of the beach.
Yeah. He got some reps.
Yeah. How much did playing with Jake in your last Olympic race help you just sort of planning and understanding what an Olympic race, a successful one, would look like?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, ours was unlike any other Olympic race because of COVID. So,
What a shit show.
Yeah. So obviously it got extended, and it actually hurt me for afterwards because now him and I only had 1 year before this Olympic race. Before we would have at least 2 years under our belt before. Right. Yeah. So screwed me both ways.
Yeah, right. Seriously. Screwed a lot.
But no, I mean, like I said, like what Nick said, like it's a long grind.
Yeah.
It's your best 12 finishes, and however you decide to do that is, I don't think there's one correct way. You just got to go out there and have 12 good finishes.
Yeah.
You could go fill in Nick's route and play in the last 12 and win half of them.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so gnarly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Only Phil and Nick could do that.
Dude, yeah. That was gnarly. You're like, wait, what is it? What is he doing? He's basically just jumping to zero right now. We were like so excited at first, and then we're like,
with only 12 tournaments left.
And then like 2 tournaments in, they're made both finals. You're like, yeah. It might still be a 2-horse race here, or 3, 2-team race. Yeah.
What's the indoor qualifying process?
Yeah, so World Cup used to be a qualifier if you won that. That's how we qualified before Rio. We won World Cup. Okay. And it got us, automatically in, which was nice. You didn't have to worry about it.
So that's the equivalent of winning world champs, kind of.
Yeah, okay. I think so. And then I think they changed it now. It's not like that. And then it'll probably be, you got to play, I don't know how they do it now. I know we qualified in the Netherlands last time. I was injured, but I was there. And so you got to kind of qualify out of Norseka. And then it changed where, I don't know, we played Netherlands. Who else did we play? China. Then we were able to win that, and we got in. So I never know the details of anything. But, yeah, I think it's a little bit more.
It seems shorter.
Yeah, it's easier, I think, for sure.
It seems simpler anyway.
Yeah. How is our team looking this
it'll be interesting.
Year?
We got a lot of talented guys. Yeah, it depends. I think Matt Anderson's coming back.
Yeah, has he been like maintaining that same level that he's been at?
Yeah, he's in Russia, St. Petersburg right now.
Dude, that's
still doing it. Right, I think, yeah, exactly. Him and Micah Christensen are over in Russia. But yeah, I mean, Matt's always been good. I mean, the game has just gotten to such a high level. It's just getting more physical as the years go on, and so Matt's just getting older, but he's still got one of the best arms in the world.
Dude, so gnarly.
And his work ethic is pretty crazy. So he'll always be there.
How many Olympics has he made at this point?
He did London, Rio, and Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tough for an indoor player. How David Lee is not only still moving around well, but still looks like a statue.
It's that
He's a freak of
that
nature.
statue of
gymnast
David Lee.
flexibility. Well, look
a
at Clay
freak.
Stanley. Like, he worked himself so bad. His knees.
Yeah, I
like,
bet he can barely
He tried
walk
to come
around
back
now.
for like 3 years straight and just like failed.
Yeah, some people are just built different.
Yeah.
Like Dave always had knee problems and like had little knee surgeries every once in a while, but I don't think he feels pain. He's just one of those guys.
Like, it's there and he doesn't feel it, or he just doesn't.
Acknowledge it.
Oh,
He's just
wow.
like, I'm fine. Like break his finger in practice and just put it back in. And he's like, I'm fine. I don't need tape. He's just another. He's a
Really?
different animal.
No way. Oh,
Yeah.
How's your body feeling after a year on the beach?
Holy cow, I'm getting younger. That's for sure. It's crazy. I went and played indoor a couple times, and I was like, man, I don't have any pain. This is crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just getting younger.
Yeah, that's what, talking with Mike Dodd about that, so fun because him and Hav, they'd go over play in Italy and then come back and play on the beach, and he called the sand God's gift to the world because it's amazing. You come back from Italy, you're beat up, you jump on sand, you can just do that forever and ever.
I was actually thinking about it today, where I was like, Americans always play longer, right? We have longer careers. And I was like, I think a lot of the other players around the world are not playing on Hermosa Beach sand. Like, we train and get, I don't know, 80% of our reps on the softest, nicest sand in the world. Like, I mean, that's got to add years to our career, right? Whereas, like, if we were training and we just happened to have a home court that was really shallow sand, maybe we wouldn't last as long. I don't know. It's a theory.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some guys that played. There's some like Italian guys that they were playing at 45 years old. They've been playing since they were, I don't know, 17, 18 in the pro league in Italy.
Oh, dang.
Still playing at the highest level, and I'm like, I don't
That's
understand.
true, yeah. That's crazy.
And yeah, I don't know. I think indoor they need to, because like everywhere you go is different. Like you can have Terraflex or whatever, but like what's under the Terraflex, no one has any idea, and so
Right.
each floor is different. I feel like they should, I don't know, develop a floor where there's a little bit more cushioning.
Yeah.
And like
Like
kind of
a-
make it.
Like a gymnastics mat.
Yeah, we're not one where you're like breaking your ankle. It's like, but yeah, something along
People are hitting
the trampoline.
13 feet.
We're going trampoline volleyball.
You go to dive to Pang and you just
Yeah.
Well, I think depending on the surface, your body learns how to land, right? So if you keep switching, which you do in indoors, one surface is going to beat you up more than others. Whereas like the home team who's used to jumping on that, like they know how to, their bodies know how to cushion themselves. And like for us, we're coming from the beach. If I jump on the hardwood now, it hurts because I just forgot how to land. It'd take like, a few days probably to get it back, but the fact that you're switching all the time probably does screw a lot of people over, from wood to Terraflex.
Yeah, I was a little sore like the next day in my ankles. I was like, weird. It's probably from the landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine were like my arch and like tibia.
Shin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shin muscle.
because you always play the Long Beach alumni game, right?
Yeah.
How does your body respond to that? I feel like
I mean,
your body's
it's
still
just
21.
When I play, it's only like 2 sets.
Okay.
So it's not much, and
Yeah.
I'm not going all out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. Indoor's fun. It's a completely different sport.
You miss
Wish-
it?
I miss the game. Like
Yeah.
it was fun. I love playing, obviously, in college and in France. Like
Yeah.
it's a super fun game, fast pace. Like, but I wish if I could, I would do both.
Right.
But it would just be too much.
Yeah.
Closest indoor I've ever come. Snow volley.
There you go.
It's not very close.
It's not close.
Might be further, actually.
Yeah. Well, you guys, you're making your debut in 23 in Miami. When's the international debut? Have you planned that one out?
Probably the Brazil ones after that.
Okay.
Because I don't know if we'll get in the elite.
To peak.
Yeah.
Your points ought to be pretty good, though, after Dubai.
Yeah, we're fourth right now. Because Chase and Miles are ahead of us somehow.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I guess Miles did
just
pretty
Miles
well.
I can't even look at the rankings. I'm just like,
Are they doing
what?
USA?
Huh? Well, I saw they're signed up for Mexico.
There's 9 teams signed up for Mexico. It's crazy.
So
We
Brazil,
should see who skips.
Brazil, it's
Itapema.
Brazil, or it's Challenger, a week off, Elite 16, right?
Yeah,
And but there's New Orleans over the middle one.
yeah.
Are you guys gonna stay out there for that month, or you don't know yet? Or
Yeah,
come back.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know yet either.
So you'll see what happens.
I'm pretty bad at planning.
Yeah, me neither. Me too.
We haven't even talked about it. I just looked at the schedule. I'm like, I asked him.
Sanders like, oh, Brazil's on the schedule.
Yeah. I asked.
He's just finding out.
Nah, Itapema's not that great.
It's not great, yeah.
But
I
And
asked him last
Saquarema is
week,
where
I
they
was
have-
like, hey, you want to play AVP Miami or go to Mexico? He's like, let's go and get an AVP first.
yeah,
Like-
play some kind of.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good.
He's like, Miami.
Try and get a little confidence
Miami or
booster
Mexico?
before we.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Saquarema is where the Oi Rio Pro is.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go to that one. Or maybe I shouldn't because then I'll be distracted by the waves.
Yeah, right, dude. We train right here, and all I,
know,
do is
and I'm
look at the waves in
distracted. I'm
between.
distracted every
points.
day.
It's good mental training.
Yeah, that's
I just
true,
like
I
looking
guess.
at waves.
Yeah.
They're cool, dude. It's
Waves are
the
cool.
weirdest thing ever.
Finally, someone gets me.
Like,
Jeez.
dude, where the freak is that thing coming from?
Yeah, especially when it's here. Because the waves aren't good that often. So when it's a good day, it's so distracting.
Yeah.
And you see like a set, you're like, I have to know how that's going to hit the sandbar and if it's going to wrap down the beach. So you're like, okay, a quick wrap, peak. You're like, oh, okay, it's about to break. Okay, a quick wrap. Oh, is it going?
And there's nobody out there, and I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, right.
People work or something.
I finally got it though, Saturday. Got it good.
Good day.
3 turns on one wave. That's
Big for
a
here.
big deal.
Where'd you go? Here?
No, right in front of my court because I was watching it all week, and I'm just like, are
Just
you
had to
kidding
go.
me? Like, this is the best sandbar.
Yeah.
And then I went back there, and it was.
So who got the court? You or Trevor?
I did.
You did?
Well, because we
And the
kept
coach.
the coach.
Oh, I think I saw
Yeah.
Trevor down at like 8th.
He's
kept-
with Pompilio.
in April.
Yeah. Coach Ape.
Oh yeah,
April
she
Roth?
came the other day to
Yeah.
help them at our USA.
She wanted to dabble in the men's game, just learn, I guess. So she's coaching
She's
Trevor.
good.
and Theo.
I heard some of the stuff she was telling them. It was good.
I mean, it can't
obviously.
be a bad thing when
Yeah.
April Ross is coaching. I'd love to hear
It's-
some of
I
that.
heard my girlfriend said that Kerry Walsh and Logan Tom are
Yeah, that's what they're
they're going like all in for an Olympic run, or is
all,
it just
all effing in, like Trevor and Theo.
That's a good headline. Yeah. Yeah, Kerry told NBC that they're going for it. It's going to be interesting, though, because they have
oldest
0
team
points
ever?
Wait, but Logan
Probably.
hasn't played beach like
in a long time.
She was
she
ridiculous.
like dabbled for a second, but she hasn't played in like 15 years. Is that
Yeah, I don't know the
Accurate.
last time she would have played.
like
How
do
old
you-
is she?
They're both in their 40s.
40s.
Dude, if they pull that off, oh my god.
Be a hell of a story.
So they're gonna
Okay.
do like AVPs, or she
They have
doesn't do
0
AVPs?
points probably.
Yeah, I don't know how they would have any points, but I
Someone will give them.
It's an
wild
easy
cards.
Oh yeah,
wild
yeah,
card,
wild
yeah, I
cards
mean,
for
that's-
sure.
it's an easy decision to make for a promoter.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. but
That's crazy.
I'm interested to see
Yeah.
how it goes.
That would
Where are they
be
training?
wild.
Just another wrinkle in the women's game. Jeez.
Yeah, they need more competition.
Yeah.
I
Golly.
mean,
They're training on 8th Street though.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I might have saw them.
Arthur.
I was like, is that Kerry Walsh?
Did
There's
you
another girl that
overlap with
looks kinda
Logan?
like
You
her.
didn't overlap with Logan, did you? On the national team? Indoor?
I don't know. I've maybe early on. I don't know if she played 2012.
I couldn't
She went
remember.
to 4 Olympics.
I think maybe she was in the London Olympics, and I was kind of
Yeah.
training with the men's team
Yeah.
leading up to that.
Wait, you
Sorry.
didn't go, you weren't in London, right? Or were
No. I was on like the World League roster,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they were looking for a serving sub, and that was not me.
I feel like
I think they
that's
took
right up
Dave
your alley.
McKenzie as a serving sub.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that
McKenzie,
was his
that's
role. I
right.
was like,
oh my god,
I don't know if I want to be a serving sub. That's like come off the bench cold.
Free- the hardest
free
position.
Olympic
Yeah.
spot though. McKenzie literally got an Olympic spot just for that.
Yeah.
That's got to be the toughest role. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
either that and like kicking.
Dude, standing on the bench is the hardest.
Oh my
Thank you.
god,
back.
dude.
And they make you stand.
Most of my
Why do they make you?
and
stand?
you can't and you
I think
can't
you're
step-
shamed if you go sit down. They're like, no, you gotta.
No, and they'll
Go
call you
cheer.
out. Internationally, I was standing outside the line, like in the box, like a
Yeah.
foot, and the ref stops the whole match, and it's just like, I was just like, slid my foot back, like,
Yeah.
thanks for getting me involved.
No, now they have a ref that like literally stands like in between both benches behind the scoreboard and like monitors that.
It's so ridiculous.
What's the point?
They're like, stop running on the court and celebrating. I'm like, oh, sorry. Well, we're freaking 100 yards from the court.
God,
No one
I
can
can't
hear
wait
us.
to pepper in between matches.
Yeah.
in between sets. This is
So
gonna be awesome.
brutal.
That was mostly my role when I was on the national team. Like
Yeah,
it was
big,
peppering,
big pepper
peppering
guy.
in between.
Wiping
Well-
floors.
Well, it's usually like Menzel or something like that who jumped really high and hit hard. He got to start just in case he was hot, and then he starts shanking balls. I'm like, all right, try.
Yeah.
You can go pass and like hit a decent percentage, cover some balls. Yeah. Me and Kyle friend.
We would. So when they let you out of your cage to go pepper
Yeah.
on the court,
Everyone like dives
we-
and slides. Like they're so bored.
We would all the last one in the box after we had to go in. We would make stand on one leg until we were let.
Oh God.
Was that on our junior team? And youth and junior teams, dude. That's fun though.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like it already sucks being on the bench. You might as well make the best of it.
Dude, it's good. You get more sore standing, I feel like.
Yeah.
Than,
Oh, yeah.
The low back
Playing.
just locking up.
Can you imagine if they did that on the beach? They just have a box over there. They draw lines in the sand. And the sub has to just stand there the whole time.
If there were subs in beach.
Why are you
That's what
not
I'm
allowed
saying.
coaches in FIVB? Like, it makes no sense
I
to
don't
me.
know.
It's weird. I don't know that one.
Why?
Because I think originally all the countries didn't have enough resources or funds to have coaches. So it was like the U.S. has these full-time coaches and no one else does. So
That's
to make
ridiculous.
it even, they're not gonna. But I don't know. They were. I thought they did like a voting to change it this year, but
I thought they were going to. I heard.
yeah, I heard
like they were
something.
trying to let it happen.
I thought they did like a poll or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either.
I wonder if it's like, I don't know, tennis where
That's the only other
they
sport
kinda,
I can think
yeah.
of. But that's funny because the players they're just yelling back and forth.
Right, they're yelling. They're
sitting
yelling
in
at the stands.
Yeah. Like watching the break point. Have you guys
It's
watched
nice.
that?
No, I heard it was
docuseries?
good.
They're literally just looking at their box the
They're
whole
just
time.
yelling into the crowd.
Yeah. Breakpoint's good, yeah.
I'm really excited for the swing.
Yeah.
Swing, what is that?
It follows
golf?
the,
Oh, the golf one.
PGA and like live
I
golf
was,
thing.
I was
What
picturing
a
like
year
dancing.
for them to do it, dude. With
Yeah,
Liv coming
hold on.
in.
Swing one.
So we get to see
Cheer
like
and swing.
behind the scenes of those guys' lives.
Dude, what about
It's gonna be sick.
Make or Break season 2?
What's
The
that?
surfing one.
Oh,
You
surfing
didn't
one.
see the first one?
Oh,
Apple TV.
yeah.
Apple TV.
I know what it is. I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Season 2, February
I know what I'm
17th.
doing
That's in
tonight.
10 days. But you can catch
Was
up
that
on
the one
first
that
season.
Zeke Lau won?
No, that was Ultimate Surfer. That was
Ah.
not worth watching back, probably. Especially because you know what happens.
It was at the surf ranch.
Yeah. That was more like reality TV drama.
Mm.
It was all right. Make or Break's like it's the Drive to Survive people that the same as the golf.
And they follow WSL.
And they follow WSL, yeah.
Sick.
Box
On
to
Apple
box,
TV.
they can't do anything wrong. That production company, Drive to Survive is
Yeah.
like
Now
Make
they're
or
going
break.
golf is
golf's gonna be
huge right
awesome.
now.
Yeah.
When's that one come out? Swing.
16th of this month.
Swingers.
Swing. I think it's called Swing.
I think
Swingers.
Full swing, I think.
Full
Maybe.
swingers. Full on swing.
Sounds good.
Let's not let the kids go Google that.
Alrighty.
Well, boys, good catching up.
Yeah.
Always
Thanks
a
for cruising.
pleasure.
We'll rerun like a Friday night episode where we
Yeah.
pull a few more chairs up. Maybe bust the lav mics
Get a
back
couple
out.
handheld mics
Yeah,
again.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Those won't be fun. And we'll have the in-studio audience.
Yeah.
We'll run that one
Bartending.
back again.
There you go.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah, we could throw on a full-on like rager. And just get
And just have people
filtering
rotating through. Yeah.
Set up some beer pong.
Dude, instead of the AVP end-of-year banquet, we could just make this a little end-of-year banquet and people just cycling in, doing whatever, chatting.
That'd
Or
be fun.
you should do
I'll
more
allow it.
episodes in the hot tub, dude.
In the hot tub.
Hot tub time machine.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
saw you got it
Yeah.
set up there.
Hey, jump in, bro.
Put the
It's
mic
warm.
like this, just hanging on the
You
side.
could. Hot
We're gonna
tub
have you on more
pods.
often. This
Yeah,
All
dude.
right. Whatever you want, bro.
I got a lot of ideas.
Idea guy.
All right,
Some
well,
Kona.
our next one with you is going to be way more fun then. It'll be in the hot tub or we'll have bartenders back.
Perfect.
Yeah, just maybe no drinking in the hot tub. Just start slumping over.
Yeah. And should we film it? Should we film that one? I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, I was thinking it'd be cool to have a like actual bartender on the show, sometime. Like as one of the guests. Just like, and now I'm whooping up a little bit of a
Get landed in here.
concoction.
No.
Well, I was thinking more like
Bartender?
I was thinking
No?
more of a real bartender. No, he just sing. We can have him sing to us if we want.
There you go.
Landon would love to
Live
come on,
music.
but I've heard his podcast, so he's not allowed to
Oh,
come
no.
on ours.
I don't know if the SANDCAST audience is his kind of.
No, we're not ready. Well, you might have to edit that one. Put it that way.
That's when you just take some bits and
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a
Little
collage,
cuts.
whatever it's called.
Yeah. Well, good catching up,
Cool.
boys.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
luck
thanks,
this year.
guys.
Excited to
Appreciate it.
follow. Not
Yep.
excited to play you.
Yeah.
Especially if I play you with the new ball. Don't
Yeah,
need that.
we'll see.
Good shit.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
Shoots,
Thanks,
boys.
boys.
Shoots.